Hey, good morning. Well, we are doing something that normally we've done at least once, or we are already done. We're finally getting to it. That's tearing down the barn, getting that all cleaned up. It's taken us a while, but we're finally there. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Daryl's gonna do some spraying, and yeah, here's to a clean barn. What'd you say? What'd you say?
It's cold in here.
Yeah, it's comfortable, but it's yucky. Hey, we're gonna take everything down, get the manure cleaned out. We've been letting the 4-H animals in here just because it stays nice and cool, but it's time to clean this up. So, all right, Becton. Yeah, we gotta pretty much take everything. Yep. Everything's gotta go. I'm just trying to decide what we should do with it because these panels are special. And I think we could probably just put them up against that corner. A pail, a 5-gallon pail anywhere that we can put pins? Oh, right there.
Hey, buddy! Yeah!
There. Good.
What? Hold on, just give me a second here, Chico. Oh, no, not good.
Yeah, we're just gonna go right over here because these ones I don't really want to leave the barn because I don't want them to get used for move that pail. So right in this corner.
Picked up my
Yeah,
gym.
make it straight. You picked up what?
Picked up my gym yesterday.
What did you do?
Yeah. $60.
Get buff.
That's actually a nice thing. It's 160 pounds. The weights that are on there. I mean, it works.
Oh dear.
Do we get this one?
Oh, I gotta get this one.
Slide it out.
How tight are those? I feel like I'm lifted. I'm dangling on this end, so that means what if you lift up? Just like okay. Here. Done. There. Oh no. Who put that gate up?
Becton!
They want in. They want in.
Now you try. I see you're trying. I know
Well,
you are.
they try and move this over. And I can get rid of this thing right away.
We drag it against that white thing here.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Over.
Go that way. You go that way instead or no?
There you go.
There you go. You're up now.
I gotta pull it. Oh, freaking strong.
Oh my gosh. lean her over. There.
Wow. That's Peter's so strong he can do the heaviest one by himself.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'll talk about after you leave. After you go.
We get washing. That's my nephew back then. He'll wash things up here while me and Quinn will start tearing the rest of the barn down. It's nice to get everything pressure washed. Like I said earlier, typically we don't wait this long, I don't think, to dismantle everything. It's not the greatest for the panels and stuff to be sitting in manure, and that creates rust and whatnot. So we're gonna head over. I'll get rid of these ones. Another day of living the dream. Ignore. Go to field 35 first. How many gallons is there gonna go? You'd think I'd done this often enough that I should know. I'm thinking it's 8.5. 120. That's 8.75. Alright, there you go.
So I'm just out here gonna go for a bit of a walk. Finish spraying this field here of corn. This was the last field we seeded, and it's crazy because this variety, it's a variety by Horizon, and I think it's 1431, I believe is the number. And anyway, this specific variety, it's an earlier maturing one. We put it on here, A, because it was the last field we seeded. B, we're hoping to combine it early so we can put the cows out in the end. However, the part that's been remarkable for us, or for me, is watching this variety grow. And just gonna go like this. So this is the last field we seeded, and it is, you can see it on the sprayer. Like we're up to the hubcaps. Well, let's go down like this. You can get a better view. But we're basically like that. But that doesn't tell you a whole lot, so how big are those tires, right? Well, we are doing this in a nutshell, but we are not quite waist high, but we are getting very, very close to waist height. And it's, like I said, this was the last field we seeded and of corn, and it is just growing. So we are doing last pass. You can see we got pigweed and stuff like that that's come through for for a second pass needed here. We're gonna get that stuff. It'll all be blitzed, and we should be able to carry on. But this little field of corn has been, so this particular field actually was in cover crop 2 years in a row. And so when we had to strip till this field, I'm not sure if you remember that, but we actually had to do it twice because it was so hard and dry that it wasn't wanting to strip till properly. So to get the fertilizer where we wanted it, we actually had to do this field twice. And again, so my opinion, this field had a few things going against it, especially since we're on the bit of the drier side of things. But it's doing remarkably well, and it has got beautiful color on it. It is just gorgeous. So speaking of drier side of things, got lots of people over here thinking dry. Just thought, oh, let's just do some digging here and see how far down we gotta dig. Oh, that's hard. Again, this is, in a nutshell, this is what happens when you get forage in here, and it hasn't been working in a couple of years. So that being said, there is moisture right there, but man, she's hard. But we do have moisture. I mean, we got room for more. Some moisture is definitely disappearing, is being used up. The roots in this corn is going to be going down and tapping down pretty good. However, we're not bone dry yet, not by any stretch. So anyway, that's that field. We're going to keep heading on. I got about 350 acres more of corn to do today, so we'll see if we can get that done.
Alrighty, we got our barn. It's starting to dry out. It's amazing how you just open things up and it starts to dry out nicely. So barn is much cleaner. So I still got the scale left here to do. We're gonna have to fix that door somewhere along the line, and the rest of the stuff that's in here, we're gonna let the ground dry up a little bit more, and then we'll come in here with our little tractor and do the final touches when the ground is dried up a little bit. So we're gonna leave the barn here now for a bit. Well, I'm gonna get that scale out, and we also got everything outside that we really need to clean up. We cleaned up. The bunks are done. We're gonna leave some stuff because really there's no need in us moving it. This panel, that panel, those panels I should say. Had a little bit of an oopsies. This one didn't make it. This one broke, so I gotta get the other part of it. It's over there. And there's a few panels out there that we left. And we got word that our guy that piles our manure with his track hoe, he's hoping to come here possibly tomorrow, but the beginning of next week. So I didn't even know that until later today. So that's kind of cool that we happened to work on this today and get this where it is, and it's actually ready for him to pile up the manure, and that'll also help things dry up. So I'm gonna take the tractor, I'm gonna get the other part of this, which is over there. The one thing I really don't like about these feed bunks that we have, I've tried to make the other ones a little bit stronger, but because they're so awkward, because these ones are, those feed bunks are kind of awkward, I didn't brace them the greatest. We have a tendency to going across rough ground, and if you don't grab them right, then they kind of fall, they break. So kind of sucks, but we've as we've been fixing them, we've been trying to reinforce them a little bit so that we don't have that as an issue. So we got 2 that did this now while we moved them, and we have debated on leaving our bunks exactly like this, because that's how they are out that's how we made them for out back where our cows are, where we put them once they've calved, and we actually like that a lot. So we have debated on making them all like this. It would free up a lot of steel, and it actually probably would work a little bit better. So we'll see what happens, whether we fix this one right now or what becomes of it. But either way, it's got to be cleaned up from over there. So I'm gonna do that, and we'll see what else we can get to yet today. So. Like that, we got spraying for the day is done. The corn and soybeans, we are caught up, I believe. So hopefully that all goes good, and we'll go from there. So okay, this winter we couldn't get back, or I shouldn't say winter, more like spring. We couldn't get into this field by the yard to feed the cows properly, so what we were doing was we were solid pile is my mirror got bent back, not broken, just twisted. Anyway, piles right there, and what we were doing was we were dumping our feed over top of the fence into a pile here, and there's a whole bunch of waste. So I'm gonna pile it all up and get that breaking down. We're gonna want to spread that, but if I don't clean it up, it's just gonna get mushy and gross, and as you can see, the grass all around it is all growing nice. So we're gonna clean this up and at least pile it. That's the plan. Alrighty, well that's about a wrap for the day. I've got this cleaned. At least I got it piled up. I'll have to figure out how we're gonna get rid of it, but yeah, that's a lot of wasted feed, but there's manure and straw and other stuff in there. But yeah, that kind of wasn't how we wanted to feed, but that was our best, that was our only option that we could see. So something we have to work on for next year is how we're gonna do that. But anyway, that pile will probably shrink a lot now that I've opened it up. It'll break down, and hopefully we'll be able to spread it or get rid of it. But at least it's piled now, and the grass can go around it, and it can also dry out. So that's about a wrap for the day. Daryl had a good day of spraying. We did a field for our neighbor Bo, and yeah, barn's cleaned up. May not have seemed like we did a whole lot, but it was a good day. We got a lot of things cleaned up. So yeah, Canada Day is right around the corner, and we will be the kids will be busy with their animals, showing them in our town. It won't be it's kind of like the preliminary run for, it's like a preliminary run for another one, I guess you would say, for our group to run in Elm Creek. It's getting the animals on the trailer and going, seeing a bunch of different animals, and then also learning how to walk and do all that fun stuff. And the kids also learn how to show and get ready for the Carmen Fair. The Carmen Fair is the one where there's a lot of showing, there's showmanship, there's lots of stuff that goes on, and they also have the sale of their 4-H steer. So that's what goes on at the Carmen Fair, and this one in Elm Creek is just kind of one to help them all get ready for that. So yeah, crops are looking pretty good, and we're end of June, and our corn is basically all, a lot of our corn is at least knee high, or very close to it. Some of it is close to our waist, so the corn's really starting to grow. Our wheat is heading out, our canola is going yellow, and what else is going on? And our oats, we've already sprayed for fungicide, and that stuff is already, or that stuff's starting to head out. So yeah, these are our cornfields. Not really much you can see from the road, but that's them. I'm gonna head back and call it a day. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and have yourself a good one.